All right, we're on the Middle Kingdom. The Middle Kingdom, born in strife, proves to be a time of great opportunity for your family. With your leadership, Egypt regains its former splendor and more. So, interesting note, Thinis is here. Thinis is a very interesting city because it was the second city we made. I'm checking my old things here now because I don't actually remember. It was the third? No, it was the second. It was the second city we made. I think Wasset was one of the cities. I don't know. I don't know. Either way, what we do need to do is roll our dice. And when I say roll my dice, I mean flip a coin. So we're going to bring up our coin flip once again. I think you should build planes. I think planes are great public transit. All right, so we're going to do heads Thinis, tails Wasset. Let's go. All right, heads it is. We're heading back to Thinis. Let's go. 10 common residences, 90 kingdom rating, 4,500 population, civil war. All right.
The old way of life is gone, and most fear that Egypt will never return to its past glory. Osiris has turned his back on the people, and a series of low inundations has caused widespread famine. The power of the pharaohs, once unquestionable, has evaporated, replaced by bickering provincial leaders. Out of this chaos, two noble families have arisen and are attempting to seize control of the country. The rulers of Henenesu have laid claim to the throne as the rightful heirs. They are particularly cruel and are doing little to assuage the people's hunger. To the south, a new family, the Inyotef house, has risen to power in Wast. This family has done much to reunite the south, and now Henenesu has engaged Wast in a deadly civil war for control
civil
of all
war.
of Egypt. To show their benevolence to the people of Egypt, the Inyotefs have entrusted you with rebuilding the newly conquered city of Thinis, one of the oldest cities in Egypt. Two of Thinis' finest and most ancient buildings have survived the turmoil of its conquest: the temple complex of Osiris and the mansion. The Inyotefs have decreed that should either of these buildings be destroyed, no funds will be squandered on their restoration. The Wast rulers consider the restoration of Thinis a top priority and have gathered up considerable funds, even in this time of strife, for this purpose. Return Thinis to its former splendor and commission a navy.
I have a feeling this is going to be a rough
to
one.
defend it from the frequent attacks of those loyal to the Henenesu, including the cities of Sauti, Nekhen, and Kmun. Be careful of the Henenesu rulers. They may demand tribute to see if your loyalty and your demons can be extorted. Also, watch out for the opportunistic Nubians who seek to take advantage of Egypt's internal struggles.
So we have to build a navy. We have to build an army. We have to be prepared to defend it from attacks from other Egyptian cities. And also, it seems like the northern Civil War rulers are going to be demanding tribute to me, or from me, or attempt to. And then I also have to watch out because the Nubians might attack, because why wouldn't they take advantage of the strife? Okay. Huh. Okay. So we have like a nice little walled city down here? Huh. This is the first time we've actually started with housing on the field, or like territory on the field. So we have a bunch of rubble. We have a wall here. Does that wall actually defend this area? No. Why not? It should. I don't know. Well, we can keep this here. The only other thing that this area kind of needs that it doesn't have is a juggler school. I mean, they'll be fine, right? Let's not worry about that for now. Is this the side, or is this the side? Which side do we actually build on? It's gotta be this side, right? With the housing? Yeah. Maybe. I don't actually know. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. Could we build off of this? Do I want to build off of this? Probably not. I was thinking, like... I know it's weird, but I was thinking of, like, building off of this. Like, I don't know how I want to reconcile there being, like, actual housing here. Like, do I just want to, like, role play that I build off of this? Or do I just want to start building over here? I don't know. Let's just build over here. Let's not worry about the 3D chest that is my thick skull. We're just going to put a bunch of housing here. So we have a lot of starting funds, which means we can do a lot right off the bat. And we're going to put our food, our granary over here. So we do have a hunting lodge, but the only place that there's any food for hunting is down here. And that's for this weird kind of like jank isolated area over here. I wonder how stable this is. This actually looks pretty stable. So we're just not going to worry about that. Alright, let's go ahead and put... I am thinking way too hard about this. Okay, so I think this is what we're going to do. We're going to put a firehouse, an architect's post, and a police station down here. We're going to put a roadblock right there. Because this is going to lead onto the floodplain, right? So that'll be good. We also need a water supply over here and over here. And a bazaar over here and over here. Yeah. 3 gods, Ra, Ptah, and Osiris. That makes sense. We're just gonna kind of... You know, we're just gonna kind of do that. We have a temple complex to Osiris, so we don't really have to worry about that much. What do the expansions to that do? Let's see. Seb grants the priests the power to stretch the city's supplies of food and goods. satisfied with less. That's pretty neat. And then the Oracle of Min increases the regrowth of trees and reeds. Do we actually have trees and reeds? No. So we only want the altar. Okay. There we go. All right. It looks like we're going to start with a decent flood. That's good. And we're going to farm some chickpeas. There we go. Excuse me. Thank you. So there's no monument requirement here. It's just common residences. So we just have to upgrade to 10 common residences. So we need to get a lot of stuff to do that. But it shouldn't be too hard. Add some irrigation dishes there to help irrigate the farmland. All right, let's unpause the game. Let's start working here. So first things first, we need to discover. We need to produce gold mine. Gold mine? Gold mine where? Gold mine over here? No, I don't like that. That seems like way too much effort for one thing. With that said, we are going to have to cross the river sooner rather than later. So I want to really go out of my way to utilize the money that we have right off the bat. So let's drop a dock down. And we are going to jump the river. At least this far. Because we're going to need all this straight stretch of land for naval stuff. So we're going to put some housing, we're going to put a firehouse, we're going to put an architect's post. And also... See, here's the problem I'm having. Ooh. I'm not quite sure where my money's going to be coming from. Dunkill Oasis buys pottery, which is good. And they buy beer, which I'll also be able to produce in large amounts. So I guess that's where my money is coming from. Because I can actually build clay pits on this mission, which is... This is the first mission in a long time I've actually been allowed to build clay pits. Or at least it feels like that's the case. Because I'm going to have to import a lot of wood, because I need a navy. I'm going to have to import copper for weapons, because I'm going to need an army. I'm also going to need to import probably a whole lot of other things. Okay. So let's start producing... Wait, was I lying? No, I do have clay pits. I was like, did I speak too soon? Am I going to die now? No, we're good. All right, clay pits and potters. There we go. And we'll plop down a storage yard here for pottery. A plague. Oh, we don't have physicians. I always forget physicians. There we go. So common residences, they're fairly high-level houses, so we are going to want to keep that in mind. But I don't think it's unobtainable. I mean, obviously it's not unobtainable. It's the mission requirement. But I guess what I mean when I say that is it doesn't sound very difficult to do. It doesn't sound that bad. You know, we could do something weird over here. If... So hear me out. So this is a little bit overkill for this part of the game, but I think that'll be useful for the long run. And then we could put another line of housing over here. Yeah. Yeah. And then we could try to upgrade one side or the other side. I'm not quite sure which. Oh yeah, we also have barley. Also, we don't have any work camps because I forgot them. There we go. Okay, so let's go ahead. We'll kind of cordon this off a little bit. And we'll start beer production over here. We'll just do something like this. That's fine. We're short on employees, but a lot of that is because, well, somebody forgot to put down work camps right at the start of the mission and completely forgot that we need them. We're going to do this, though. Yeah, we're going to do that. And our bazaar workers can come down this way and get food out of this granary. And we can also just, like, plop a booth down here. Upgrade these houses a little bit more. Yeah. Yeah. And we're still getting plagued? Okay. Alright, game. Disease where? Oh, those houses. Yeah, that's probably not surprising. We also need to put a physician down here, or these people are going to get disease too. There we go. Okay, alright. We're making some progress here. We're actually going to get some food in, that's good. And we can sell clay, yeah. We can sell pottery when we're over 400. And we can sell beer when we're over 400. And mostly now we're just kind of waiting until this all comes in. I should probably build some more chickpeas. There we go. Yeah, excellent. Couple more irrigation dishes. Perfect. It's like nothing bad has happened. Just like a peaceful little village. And nobody has demanded anything from me. It's pretty chill so far. It's definitely not the chaotic mess that the first game was, the first mission this stream was. We're doing all right. We're doing all right. Now, this might actually be way too far away for this juggler school to man. Eh. We can put another one down here. And I'll worry about the 128 additional workers that we need. We'll get those with time, I promise. Alright, we're getting a little bit of food in, that's good. We'll get a whole lot more in once this harvest comes in.
Maybe I just carry basket. Maybe I just carry basket.
And
now, but one day I'll run the
yeah,
bazaar.
this market over here will actually carry a bunch of the supplies from over here this way, so that these houses will eventually upgrade. Huh, that's pretty neat. All right, all right. We are going to be attacked soon, I'm sure. We do need to start keeping that in mind. But we need the people. We need the people to come in first before we can build a recruiter. And we need the money starting to come in because we need to import wood. I can't believe the game has only given us this little section here for gold. 1, 2, 3. I can put 3 gold mines there. Why? Why would I even bother? Disease strikes. Where? Oh, it's probably these houses again. No, it's not those houses. Oh, it's there. Okay. That makes sense. Makes sense. Alright. Big injection of food. Excellent. Excellent. That should start the upgrade train. Not enough entertainment because we need a conservatory. We'll put it here, I guess. Not really much rhyme or reason with how I'm setting this up. I just kind of am. But we're on the right track. Let's also build... I don't have any troops. What are you talking about? Send troops to help. I don't have any of those. I have some bad news. I have some bad news for that city. It's not happening. Where is wood? There it is. Also, what are these hides? Am I actually getting hides? I am. Interesting. This is completely unrelated, but I'm curious. I have no idea what I can use hides for, but I'm going to get a warehouse full of them. Okay. So we're producing a bunch of pottery now. That's good. We're exporting that, yes? Yes. We're gonna start getting beer in. That's good. We'll be exporting that. That's for shields. Okay. Sorry, Niken. I can't do anything for you, buddy. You're going to be speaking the other Egyptian here soon, so sorry. Okay, so we need to import copper, and we need to import wood. That sucks. what's going on here? I need to move this firehouse. Yeah, I need to move it there. Okay. I haven't seen any ships. Is it not a land route? Or it is a land route. Okay. All right, that makes a lot more sense. This might be a tough one, too. I'm starting to get the vibes that the game's not playing around anymore. It's not playing games with us. Yeah, the Egyptian army was defeated at Naken, unfortunately. We are exporting this stuff. It's because we're filling up our bazaars. That's why we can't keep any pottery or beer in, is because we're still kind of catching up on it. I could never understand dams and city skylines. They were kind of jank. Yeah, so we just kind of need to wait for our resources to build up right now. We don't have a lot going for us. But we also need to start preparing, because I know we're going to get attacked soon. I know it. Which means we're going to need copper. We're going to need wood. We're only going to import like 200 wood. We're going to need military ships. And apparently we're going to need transport ships too. Alright, so that gave us our emergency funds of 400 gold. Or 4,000 gold, not 400 gold. I was kind of gambling on that. Oh, free copper. Okay. I'll take it. I'll take the copper, please, and thank you. There we go. And we also need a shipwright. Where's the shipwright? There it is. Yeah. All right. Perfect. Yes, please. Thank you. Okay, so now we can start producing some weapons. We have so much space, but I feel like I have none. Why did I build my city like this? Alright. We're just gonna plop down a couple weaponsmiths here. There we go. Can we do anything with shields? Like, no. Like, in theory, we could export them. I wasn't using the trade route to Naken anyway. So we have the recruiter. I'm also going to build the academy. Even though that's going to take all of my money. We're going to start making more money soon. I say, hesitantly, hoping and praying that I am actually correct in this assumption. There we go. Wait. These are the people... Aren't these the people that were, like, in a civil war with? I mean, I'll take it. Hold on. Let me read the objectives.
The old way of life is gone, and most fear that Egypt will never
So the
return
rulers
to
of
its past
Henenesu
glory. Osiris has turned
have
his
laid
back
claim
on
to the
people,
throne.
and a
They're
series of
bad
low
men.
inundations has caused widespread famine.
To the
The
south,
power of the pharaohs,
a new
once
family
unquestionable,
has risen to
evaporated,
power in
replaced
Wasset.
by bickering provincial leaders. Out of this chaos,
There's a
two
civil
noble
war.
families have arisen and are attempting to seize control
And then
of
the
the country. The rulers
Innotabs
of Henenesu
haven't
have laid
trusted me
claim
with
to the
rebuilding
throne as
this.
the rightful heirs.
Yeah, so... I'm probably thinking way too hard about this. Did that hurt my... kingdom standing? Maybe it did. It's hard to say. I don't know if my kingdom standing went down because I accepted that gift or because I failed to reinforce that city that was on fire. I don't know. But we are going to make, like, one shield maker, I guess. I don't remember shields being in the original game. I could be wrong about that. It might have been an expansion thing that's just kind of shoehorned into this version. Who knows? I don't know. That's for sure. Okay, so yeah, we're still doing okay at the moment. We're just kind of waiting for resources to build up at this point. Wait, didn't you just buy... Oh, you bought a bunch of pottery, but it was kind of offset by all the wood that you sold. That makes sense. That makes sense. Alright, we're building up a navy okay. That's good. I'm moderately worried by how long it's been since the game has decided to attack me. Or not attack me in this case. Because they are definitely going to attack me at some point. I was told as much. Or we're going to need to send troops. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. Also, I'm getting really hungry. I'm getting really hungry, but I don't want to stop. I want to keep going.
I'm not taking these supplies any further until someone's available to unload them.
Okay. So how does our unemployment look? 7%. So we could start taxing people. The problem right now is that we're already not getting food to the central area. So I should probably focus on that problem first. Maybe we do need to put a bazaar in here. I was trying to avoid it. Seems a bit excessive, but we may have to. We'll do it. It's fine. Of course, I just said that, and No, I think it'll make... I think the food will make it there. It just might take some time. I don't really want to build another bazaar right now and have it filled up with nonsense. Okay, let's build a courthouse. I don't have any money. Am I going to go after that gold? It's gonna cost so much money to set that up. Actually? Karma has fallen to our enemies, okay. I don't know if that was one of my trade areas or not. I could just put a bridge here. Alright. So hear me out. I don't need this. I can put... This is going to be so stupid. I can put my city palace right here. And I can put a firehouse and an architect's post here. And I can put a slum house here. And I can put a slum house here. This is so dumb. And I can just put a trio of gold mines there. There. It's fine. This is perfectly normal. I don't actually know if people can get in there, but I think they can. I guess we'll find out. Is this worth it in any way, shape, or form? I mean, it's 300 gold every couple of months. Just for free. I guess that's okay. It's better than nothing. It also lets me put down tax collectors, which will offset my wages. And there's a fire in the city. Oh, those slum houses. They can burn down. I don't need those. I'm pretending to not look at my debt. I'm just gonna sit here and pretend it doesn't exist right now. Ignoring debt has always solved the problem. I probably went a little bit overboard in the early game thing. I probably should have just built a cluster of housing just like I normally did and just slowly expanded from there. I've kind of like overbuilt the very start of this mission. It's okay. It's all right. I guess. Yeah. Oh, I also need a couple police stations over here. I don't want my gold to be stolen after all. Your dam caused several floods, but that's fine. Yeah, it's fine. It was a little bit of flooding. Alright, so that's like literally just gonna be barely enough to offset the cost. And was that the other house? Yeah. That's probably to be expected that that burns down. Okay, we have a lot of pottery. I wish we could sell more. Is there anybody else who would be willing to buy pottery? You buy chickpeas. I don't know if that's worth it. You buy pottery. Here's Hennesu. They don't buy anything, but they sell a lot of stuff. And Mennefair buys beer and jewelry. And sells chickpeas. Oh, hey, the map's kind of expanded a little bit. Ah. You can kind of see this northern part a little bit more. It was like... You know what? Maybe it's exactly the same. Maybe I'm just losing it. Maybe I have just lost my marbles. Who knows? Alright, so we are severely in debt. Oh, we could give... We probably don't have a lot of money. We have 3,000 gold. We do have a lot of money. Actually. I'm going to try to avoid using that, though. I want to save my money. We may need it for later missions. That's a lot of barley. That's good, though. Because that means that we'll be producing beer constantly. Okay, so with 2 people trading pottery, we should sell that a lot more often. We're also starting to get our taxes and gold. Yeah. Okay. I mean, it's not a lot of money, but I guess it's better than nothing. Yeah, well, we'll go with that. I'm just going to hope and pray that my assumption that was worth the effort will actually make it true. Alright, modest apartments. Okay, so we do have plenty of food now in all of this area. That's good. There we go. I think we're selling some beer. Or maybe we sold some pottery. Either way, we're starting to sell things. We're starting to make my debt back. So we're going to immediately go into more debt. There we go. And these houses, they don't have enough entertainment. That makes sense. What am I doing? I feel like I have been saying this a lot during this series. It's just, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? Why am I going through the efforts? I don't know, because I think it's funny. I think it would be cool if we, like, upgraded this housing to the point where we could get residences here. Here we go. Alright, yeah, I'm going to put... Well, what I was going to say was I was going to put money into my city so that I didn't get penalized for the debt anniversary. But I got penalized for the debt anniversary as soon as I was going to do that. So that reduced my kingdom rating a bit. Oh well. Unfortunate. Well, it is what it is. Alright. So we need to actually start building an army. Which is why we built the recruiter in the first place. Let's go ahead and plop a courthouse down here. That's probably going to be the limit of what I can do here. I might be able to upgrade them into the next tier once I get papyrus, but it's going to be a pain in the butt to get papyrus because I have to import it and then I have to make it. And I already don't have enough money to do what I want to do now, so yeah, you know. Let's go ahead and put more chickpeas down. There we go. We're probably gonna have to put like another path over here to clear out this area because they're not going to have enough time to get to shore. Okay, all right. Still slowly cooking with that gold over there. That's okay. Yeah, I mean, we're going to have to make papyrus at some point. Because we need to upgrade our houses. Because we need to get residences. That's the entire goal of the mission. Residences and population are going to be the hardest part. Oh, and the 90 kingdom rating as well, I guess, will also take some time. So I think, like, not right now, but over the long term, we're going to create a block like that. That might go the whole way down. I don't know yet. And we're going to put gardens in here. Or other buildings that we need will also probably go in there. But we're probably also going to need gardens in there eventually. And then we're going to put more housing along here. That's my game plan. For now. But we have 3,000 gold. We're making some progress. Let's go ahead and connect this. I'm going to put a roadblock down here. And then we're going to start working on reeds and papyrus, I guess. I need to import it. Who sells reeds? Do you sell reeds? No. You? No. Does anybody sell reeds? Because I kind of need them. You sell figs. Maybe it's not something that I can buy right now. You buy reeds. Hopefully there's Hopefully something opens up at some point that can sell me reeds, or I'm just soft-locked. Wait, can I buy papyrus directly? Oh no, do I have to buy papyrus directly? Oh, that'll be pretty gross. All right, well let's start importing papyrus, I guess. Fine. I also need to import copper, but we're not going to worry about that at the moment. For now, we're just going to worry about the scribe schools. What's going on here? He's lost access to religious facilities. Really? Really? You lost access to religious facilities? What is the priest doing? Is he getting lost? Probably. Well, you could put a temple to Pharaoh and Ra over here. I suppose. And we'll also put a scribe school here. There we go. Disease strikes probably over here. Yep, it sure is. That's fine. How does unemployment look? 3%. It's not bad. All right, let's go ahead. Let's start this nonsense, I guess. Because we are going to need more houses. We are going to need more population. And over here... This is going to be a little bit weird, and this kind of setup has never worked well for me in the past. But for some reason, maybe it'll work this time. Who knows? There we go. That'll give us a little bit more population to work with. Do I want to go nuts and build more hunters? The problem is there's only... Oh, there is more hunting over here. I'm going to need multiple sources of food. And right now, it's just a plethora of chickpeas. I think we're going to build more hunters, as crazy as that might sound. And we're going to put them over here. A Nubian army is approaching my city. That's not good. I haven't really been preparing for this, even though I should have been and have told myself multiple times to do so. That's okay. We'll get some archers in. It'll be fine. We really should import more Yeah, words. Copper. We should import more copper, but I'm really bad at this video game. So, you know. Here. I also don't think I don't have 1,000 game meats. I only just started. Okay, game. Alright. Yeah, I think I completely forgot to set a storage yard for shields, so we're just going to do that now. Anyway, we should start having a bunch of food coming in, a bunch of game meat, so that's good. 600 out of 1,000. We'll get there. We'll get there. They look like hides look kind of like chunks of bread. They just like loaves of bread that are cut up. It's just kind of funny looking, actually. Yeah, I don't think hides were in the original game, unless it was in the expansion. Now I'm curious. Yeah, it's something with the new version of the game. Interesting. Huh. I guess that's kind of cool. All right. That's pretty neat. It's pretty neat that they did actually add a couple of new things, it seems. Also, we should probably clean up this rubble. I'm not quite sure what we're going to put in here. It's certainly not going to be housing. Maybe we'll just put more fancy monuments as the time goes by. Alright, so they need dentist access. That's pretty easy to do. Oh, wait. I filled this up with gardens. There we go. I'm not very smart. I don't know if anybody's noticed this yet or not, but I have a tendency of doing things and then immediately regretting those things. There we go. Lost access to religious facilities. This probably did something weird, didn't it? It sure did. It went over to the other side. I don't have a solution to that. I don't have an easy solution to that. That's a lot of enemies. Oh no. This isn't gonna go well. Maybe we'll be fine. No, we're not fine. Huh. Huh. Can I load an earlier autosave? Yes, let's load. Is loading against the rules here? I don't know. I don't know how people are gonna feel about me loading. It's mostly just to save some time. Okay, karma has fallen to the enemy. That's okay. We have our debt anniversary. Okay, this is a while back. We're just going to already just give myself a bunch of money. Okay. So we've already gotten the gift of copper. The legendary gift of copper. We're just immediately going to blow all of my money again. Yeah. There we go. Have we built this over here yet? No. Okay. Alright. I don't really know how valuable this gold is in the long run. I'm still gonna go for it, though. Because I think at the very least, it's important to get taxes up. To get people to pay taxes. Even though it's going to put me in a debt, I still think this is important. I mean, I was telling myself for a long time that I needed to start setting up military stuff. I'm just a dingus who forgot. And we're also going to accept shields here. We're going to do something like that, 50-50. Okay. Now we just kind of have to sit and wait. Let's go ahead and build more chickpeas. And we're probably just going to speed up time here a little bit. This is probably a bad idea. This is going to run me bankrupt, probably. But we're going to try it. Gonna just constantly give myself money. Even I could just drop this to, yeah, I'll just not pay myself a salary for now, because it's all gonna go back into my my treasury anyway at this point, so why even bother paying myself a salary? And we're going to at least fast forward through until the first attack. Okay, so what if instead of bringing this path straight across here and screwing up the pathing for my temples, I brought it like this instead? Does that make sense? I have no idea. But that'll at least not ruin the pathing for my temples. Okay. I am going to slow it back down. One of the reasons why I sped it up for so long is because I wanted to make sure I could make that money back. But yeah. Yeah, we still have a lot to do, and I don't really want to fast forward through everything. Alright, we're going to drop a courthouse here. We're going to drop a courthouse here, just like we did before. And then this is also all going to be housing. Does that make sense? I don't know. It probably does, but I need to do something about unemployment. What can I make? Can't really make any. I think that's the biggest problem that I'm having right now. I can't make anything. I can make pottery. Do I want to just become the pottery capital of the world? Maybe. I can put more pottery like along here. So this is gonna be this is what we're gonna do. First of all, we're gonna put a firehouse and an architect's post here. Yeah. And then just so much clay and pottery. Oops. Why am I... Let's do stuff that makes sense now. Let's just not just build potteries everywhere. There we go. And this is just going to be all pottery. It's all pottery now. Where is it? There it is. Because obviously that's a super cheap and easy resource to manufacture. I think we also have 2 places that buys pottery. I thought yeah. Kuman here, they buy pottery. We're probably gonna have to open this route eventually, so let's just open it now. And then Dunkirk Oasis here also buys pottery. Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense. So all the pottery, every little piece of pottery. Excellent. And that'll help my unemployment a little bit. Because we are going to need to import... Well, first of all, we're going to have to import... the copper. Ugh. This is gonna hurt. I hate importing copper. Yeah, we'll just import to maintain 400 copper, I guess. Copper is just so expensive. And it's by design. I get that. It's just a pain in the butt. It's always painful when you have to import that. Okay, we're gonna put a water supply there and there. And we're going to put a bazaar there and there? That feels kind of gross, but I guess we'll roll with it for now. I might be overbuilding here. In fact, I almost definitely am. But I also don't know how, like, this is really dumbly built. I have chosen poorly with my city design here, but apparently we're just kind of rolling with it, so it is what it is. Alright, with all these new housing, yeah, so now we're going to go back to building, that's a lot of shields. We're gonna go back to building all of the hunting lodges that we did before. Oh no, the deer are conspiring against me. They know that we're hunting them to extinction. There we go. That should be plenty of food. And then, just to make sure that we do not get flooded by one food, we're going to make one of these. I mean, we could set it to 50-50, but I don't really think that's necessary. I'm just gonna do that. Why not? And then to keep the gods happy, we're going to just kind of build this. I am completely improvising this. I am not doing well here. Actually, Ptah and Ra are the ones that are angry, so we're going to also build a temple to Ra and a temple to Ptah over here. Obviously, because Osiris has the temple complex, he's pretty happy. But we need to make everybody else happy, too. Temple complexes add a lot to that. So, I get it. I get it. I understand. We'll pop a position there, and we'll pop a position there. Nice. Alright, so now our soldiers have shields, I think. And we need a bunch of game meat. I definitely pushed the button. It definitely took a bunch of our shields. So hopefully it did what I wanted it to. Yeah, let's have this. Let's have this get all the game meat. Yeah. And we're going to fall into debt again because buying copper is expensive. All right. This is definitely probably going to be the last mission that I do today. Because I have a feeling it's going to take a while. It's going to take some effort. Let's not do that. I definitely need to put gardens back here, but I don't think the time is now. Okay. So all of our clay pits active? No. So we actually need more clay pits. That's funny because I think I felt like I overbuilt on clay pits. But that's okay. I guess we'll build a couple more over here. That will definitely hurt desirability. But I don't know. Maybe we'll put some statues over here to make it better. Alright, did we... There we go. I was about to say, did we get our game meat yet? And we did. Excellent. Alright, we should have enough troops to deal with the Nubians this time. I hope. I'll be a little sad if we don't. I will be curious to see if we'll actually lose any of our infantry this time. Because that's something that I mentioned, is that it always seems like I lose people anytime I go into battle. But maybe my shielded infantry will do better. Huh? Come again? Alright, well, I guess I won, but it didn't look like I won. It actually looked very bad from what it looked like on the battle screen. I'm starting to think that screen is a little bit broken. Which is funny, because that was a system that was entirely made for this game. Also, we have food just going to waste. Hold on. Are we gonna be able to save it? Oh, we saved a little bit of it. That's good. All right. Yeah, desirability is a real problem over here. It should be easy fix, but these probably are not going to evolve into the highest stature of dwelling. There's just no way I'll be able to make the desirability work here. These ones we should be able to. Assuming that we can actually get everything they need. Which seems to be kind of difficult. I made this way too long. I think that's the problem. No entertainment? Okay. We can put down a dance school, I guess. What? Where? Here? Why not? No entertainment down here. It's fine. That'll work itself out eventually. All right. Are we good to start importing papyrus? Maybe. Where do I have to import papyrus from again? Was it you? It was you. Okay. We'll import 400 papyrus, I guess. I mean, we kind of have to. We don't have a choice. Have to get these houses upgraded. Now we have way too much clay? You know, it's probably never going to be perfect. We're probably just going to have to accept that. 14% unemployment. I may have to accept that, too. Okay, we can put a scribal school here and there. And then once we get the papyrus, these houses will upgrade. That's good. That's functional. So we do still have to keep in mind we need 4,500 people. And we need the kingdom rating to go up. That's going to be a little bit of a pain. But we should be able to make it work. We're definitely going to need plainstone at some point. The game's definitely going to make me sell it or something. So this is what we were waiting for. This is what I was expecting. Henenesu demands $106. If I deny the request, they will send their armies against me. You know what? I don't need to send you money. I have a couple of soldiers, anyhow. a few. More than one. Now we'll hold off on building another building. It's going to take some time to build up these troops because obviously we're importing copper. But we'll make it work eventually. Also, we do need to do something with unemployment. Let's build a little bit of a navy, a little bit more of a navy. That's a good way to deal with unemployment, because all these hold, what, 30 people? Oh, 15 people. Well, it's better than nothing. It is better than nothing. We may need to build more extortion. Oh, no, that's the same extortion. Okay. Alright, I guess we could just build a bunch of work camps to deal with the unemployment for now. I hate doing this. I feel like I do this a lot, but it's effective, I guess. We do have a lot of unemployment. Alright, so we need linen next, huh? And desirability is finally becoming an issue. Okay. Linen we can make. We can import the flax and produce linen and sell linen. So that's good. I do remember seeing that flax was an export option. All right, let's get rid of this work camp. That's fine. We're gonna build another storage yard. This is going to be for linen and flax. Which, linen is another really good export resource. Because it's also relatively cheap. There we go. Yeah, that puts me in debt, that's fine. And then, can we not sell linen? We can buy linen, maybe that's what I saw. Ooh. Okay. Well, that does kind of put a damper on things. But we can still import flax. And then we can have linen that we can then use for mortuaries and for housing. Which we will need mortuaries eventually anyway, so we may as well pop a couple of those down. We'll put one there. We can also put one, like, here-ish. I think that makes sense. And we may need a third one there, but we'll wait a hot minute for that one. We actually have more than enough barley, which is very good. We could increase our barley production, or our beer production. But not right now. Not right. I mean, probably should, right? We're gonna need it eventually anyway. Alright. So these guys are fully equipped. These guys we still need some work on. And we're also going to build a unit of archers as well. Yeah. It's fine. It's because I just imported something, probably. It was the clay. It was the clay. It was the copper. I just got a bunch of copper in, that's why. Okay. So here comes the flax. That'll keep us in debt a little bit longer. That's okay. We need it, so it's fine. What? Excuse me, Henenesu. I mean, I guess that's fair. We did just, like, refuse their extortion technique. Or their attempt. Oh, no. Oh, that was my... That was my flax export. Oh, no. We're gonna have to import linen directly. Oh, that's gonna be gross. That is going to suck. Okay. You know, I mentioned how the game hasn't been trolling me up until now. It's really trolling me now. It's really trying to get under my skin. I mean, I probably should have guessed that that was what was going to happen, but... Was it worth it? Was the kingdom rating worth it? Probably. I feel like this is going to be a mission where it's going to be kind of hard to keep my kingdom rating high. What was I buying from Saudi? We're selling to Saudi? Apparently I can import gems and export jewelry. That's important to keep in mind. I may have to start doing that. I don't remember what I was importing or what I was dealing with Saudi as. Okay. So I could start selling jewelry. The problem is that jewelry, it's not worth it. Like, you import gems at 120 and then you sell jewelry at 130. That's just not, it's not, that math doesn't work. I'm not even going to bother to try. Also, it's kind of a weird little buggy thing that I can't do anything with this because the trade route closed. But it is what it is. I'm starting to run out of some options here. Oh, that was the one. Okay, so Saudi was buying. I wasn't selling any of it, but I think it was buying chickpeas and selling figs. So I'm not as worried about that one. Okay, all right, that I can deal with. Losing the flax is a bit of a problem, though. definitely a little bit of a problem. I should help upgrade absolutely nothing, apparently. Okay. I think all of these northern Egypt areas are going to close, which means I'm probably also going to lose this beer export. Am I going to lose the papyrus too? Where else can I get papyrus from? They're not going to get rid of the papyrus from me, are they? No, they wouldn't do that. Probably. The thing is, I actually need the papyrus, so they can't get rid of it completely. I am super hungry. I am super hungry and I'm nowhere near completing this mission. Alright. Yep, an Egyptian city is coming to attack me. A Nubian city is coming to attack me. That's fine. We're going to start importing linen, I guess. Ugh. It's gonna be painful. Wait, I can't import linen? I mean, I'm gonna have to import linen. Also, that's kind of an interesting icon. So, Nesu is attacking me. So, you can actually see that on the map? Was it Nesu? I thought it was... Because... You know, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I think the game's going to stop me from... completing the mission until it wants me to complete the mission. I think that's what's going to end up happening. I think we have to go through the deep lore of the Egyptian Civil War before we actually progress. Alright, let's go ahead. We're going to finally set up this plain stone quarry here. There we go. And we're also just going to plop down yet another architect's post and firehouse. There we go. So we have a nice, sizable city. The problem is that we need linen. We can't import linen. We can't import flax. We just kind of have to wait, I guess. Yeah. Yep. Huh. Interesting. Alright, well, I guess we're gonna have to wait for this whole storyline to resolve. We'll build another army for defense. So, are they... Okay, I wasn't sure if that icon was going to get closer or not. It doesn't look like it. Yeah, I want to build a large army because I don't know if eventually the game's going to like tell me to go out and like start attacking these cities that we're quote unquote at war with. I don't know what's going to happen with that, so I want to be ready in case I do have to go on the offensive. So these guys didn't get physician access for a while. Is there any way I can fix that, I wonder? What? That's a lot of angry oh. Okay, the chariots weren't actually that terrifying. I was worried for nothing, apparently. Okay. Excellent. Actually, we did a good job. I feel like archers are broken in this version of the game. I feel like they're really powerful. I also feel like I want another like shield maker. Okay. Well, I guess we're going to see what happens from here, yeah? I do want more housing, though. I need more housing. I need 4,500 pops, and then after that I can speed the game up and speed run to the end. We still need 90 kingdom rating, too. Okay, let's put our salary back up. I think we're making enough money now that we can justify it. But we're definitely stuck now until this whole Civil War thing is resolved. Alright, let's make, you know, we're making a square. It's been a while. It's gonna be a little bit jank because it's along the coast here anyway. But we're just gonna make a square. We're gonna make a little square of housing. $2,600 pottery. We should be able to do that. Should be able to do that without any problem, actually. And then this should definitely, absolutely give me the population that I need. I don't think I've ever heard this soundtrack before. I think this is a new... I don't know if this is a new song or if this is just farther into the game than I've ever gotten before. Huh. Interesting. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I want to put a temple to Ptah over here. And then a temple to Osiris over here. Just to spread the love of Osiris for a while. And we're also going to need, like... How do I want to do this? The Nubians are coming too. Great. I'm gonna do something like this, so I can put a pavilion in. Yeah, yeah. Right there. Of course, we're probably going to need all of the entertainment producing buildings over here as well. But that's okay, because we're going to have loss of unemployment from this anyway, so what's the big deal, right? Yeah. Is this a Navy battle? What? Okay, we got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. All right. Just, ship just spontaneously combusted. It's fine. It's fine. Not a big deal. All right. We'll put 2 physicians down. There we go. And then that should be good. That should definitely get us the population we need. And then we'll just be focusing on maintaining and resolving the Civil War thing until we can actually import what we need to win the game. Starting to think that I should have just given in to the blackmail demands and just given him the money. I wasn't thinking that they were just going to completely remove the ability for me to get linen and progress in the game. But whatever. It's fine. It's thematic, I guess. Also, we never did set this to allow plainstone. There we go. This plainstone doesn't really have a use. It's literally going to just be request bait. We are becoming more and more popular very quickly. We have 96 kingdom rating. That's really good. Wait, common residences? Oh, it's just these. Oh, okay. That's fine then. We don't. I thought residences were the next level up, the 3x3 housing. But no, it's just the thing. Okay. All right, we're fine then. We're absolutely fine. We just need to get the population then. Okay, that makes a whole lot more sense. I understand now, game. I forgive you. I should not have ever doubted you before. Okay, maybe I should have doubted the game. I'm not forgiving the game just yet for the nonsense it put me through in the last mission. I'm gonna put a bandstand over here. Yeah. There we go. All right, so we're just trying to get the thing then, the population. Nice. And we'll also, we should redo this over here. Not because I need to, but because I want to. Yeah. That schmet, it's fine. Little bit of debt never hurt no one. There we go. So here's a random thought. Do the weapons... Yeah, they did. So, in the original game, when you built weapons, it was the spear and the shield. And they were, like, next to each other, and you needed the copper for it. So they did separate, like, the spear and the shield. Okay. Alright. I'm picking up what you're putting down, game. Also, I need to put a courthouse over here. I should probably put one up here as well, but I'm not quite sure how to put it, so we're just gonna make a jank. We're just gonna make a jank thing. There we go. That works. Yeah, this should be way more than enough housing. Of course, desirability is still awful, but that's okay. We could fix that. Okay, maybe we can't fix it. We should be fine. Yeah, we have enough room for 1,000 more people. So this is something that I noticed about not just Pharaoh, but also, like, I've been playing Caesar 3 on my off time, just because I've been, like, really hooked on this city building binge. And I've noticed that the games, like, you get a whole lot of population entering into your city at first. And then, like, after the first couple of months of, like, big population boom, where you get, like, 400 or 500 people coming in all at once, even if you have a lot of open housing, it just turns into, like, a slow trickle. Instead of, like, a massive wave. Just something interesting. Just something interesting. I shouldn't need to build a third magistrate, right? This should definitely be enough. I mean, I'm not hurting for anything right now, so I might as well build another one. There's no harm in it. Also, man, that was a massive Egyptian army. I don't think I've ever gotten this far in the game. I don't remember this mission at all. Huh. Interesting. I don't remember having, like, a forced Egyptian army. Like, there have been situations where I've, like, ruined my city, went into debt, and, like, the Pharaoh has sent armies against me. That usually only happens when you really screw up, though. And in this one, I don't even know if it'll happen, because you'll just lose the game when you reach negative 5,000 Pharaoh bucks. Alright, let's just pop a couple of cute little statues here. That'll be good. Yeah, I think this area is just going to struggle to get a magistrate. Or desirability, in this case. Waiting for the people to come in. We'll put a scribal school down here. Yes, I know. I'm perpetually in debt. It's fine. It's okay, game. I promise. We're doing okay. I wonder how much gold we actually made from this little janky thing here. Because it definitely seemed like it was worth it at the time. And it probably was. I don't know. Let's see. It's 2008 BC. We started much earlier than that. I think it only keeps a few saves. We started at like 2018 BC, maybe? How much gold are we getting a year? We're getting about 30... Well, we're getting about 3,500 gold a year. That's pretty good.
Even in times of great unrest, your family's considerable leadership skills have returned Thinis to its prior glory. Your courageous military has helped the Inyotefs defeat their rivals, a feat that will not soon be forgotten.
All right. There's another game in the bag. All right. So let's take a sneak peek at what we're dealing with next. All right, we have options here. We have Menat Khufu, 2 obelisks, or Quebec, 3 obelisks. We're not getting away from those obelisks anytime soon, are we? That's okay. That's all right. But I think that's going to be it for this episode, this stream. I have to get something to eat, and I have to lay down because I work tonight. So, again, next week, I'm on vacation. I'm probably going to try to do a bunch of streaming. I want to finish Dynasty Warriors. I probably won't finish Pharaoh. It takes so many hours to do just even 1 or 2 missions in this game. Like, we're averaging about two missions a stream. Assuming we continue at that rate, you know, that's a lot of streams yet. Even if I, like, marathoned, like, 6, 8, 10 hours, you're looking at, like, maybe 2 hours a mission. It's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a while. But thank you, everybody, for watching. I appreciate every single one of you who tuned in. And I will see you next time. But until then, happy gaming.